I've been trying to curry no sauce, trying to bury my thoughts. Cold heart, hurry, more frost. In my sights, all blurry eyes crossed. With some rage, with some balls. Going on my grave, with some balls. Running on my wave, you get tossed when I'm paving it's off. Any other ways? All of my plays organic. All of my days are manic. Yeah, all of y'all.
What up, guys? It's your boy Jackson with the Fanatics Playbook, man, where we talk sports daily, not just the stats, but we get into all the facts. And look, we coming off a nice championship weekend, right? What did we learn from this weekend? On the Chiefs side, right, we learned that, when it's time for them to turn it up, get a second gear, ensure you that you're out of your league. That's exactly what they're going to do. And it was a bad day in the office for the Bills this past weekend, man. And on the Buccaneers side, right, or should I say the Tom Brady side, we learned that, like, goats will be goats. As far as, when you give them the ball back with 2 minutes left and you tell them, oh, hey, get a couple of first downs and you're going to be securing your 10th trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, come on, that's just too easy. Looking back at the season, right, with COVID and all that, right, who would have thought we would be here right now getting ready for a Super Bowl? So let's talk about it, man. Super Bowl 55, we here. Let's go. To start off, I got to be honest with y'all, right? Here at the Fanatics Playbook, we're about honesty. We keep it real and we tell the truth. And look, I really wanted an Aaron Rodgers versus Pat Mahomes Super Bowl, right? Why? Just because I feel like those two are probably the most talented quarterbacks that I've ever played, right? Just looking at, all their individual accomplishments and how just prettier they make throwing the football and playing the game of football at the quarterback position. Look, that's what I really wanted. But we're getting the next best thing, which is Pat Mahomes versus Tom Brady, right? When we look at in sports, right, we're always comparing legacies, always comparing eras, always comparing different players, right? Easily, right? Look at basketball, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan, right? We're getting that with football, and that's why football is so great. Because with basketball, we will never know. Because we have never seen them two face off in the playoff, much less in the finals. But now you're telling me we get to see Pat Mahomes versus Tom Brady for all the marbles, all the chips in the Super Bowl. It's clear that these two will probably go down as the 1 and 2 in football history with like the most playoff wins, most championships, and all that, right? So we're talking about the only person that's ever been comparable to Brady's playoff resume. It's looking like it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. When we look at the last team to have won back-to-back Super Bowls was the 03-04 Patriots. And now the Chiefs have a chance to do that from winning last year to trying to get it done again this year. I mean, we're talking about they're building a dynasty compared to what the Patriots had, right? Where they had, I think, 13 AFC championship games between 01 to 18. And I think for a while they had 9 straight AFC championship games. So you knew every year they were going to be there. And right now, the Chiefs, they've been to 3 straight AFC championship games. So we're talking about this is one for the books right now. They're trying to match that resume. They're trying to match that dynasty. So look, we remember what happened last time these two faced off in a big time game, right? We're talking about the AFC championship game back in 2019, where they go to overtime. And obviously Brady comes out with the victory. Heartbreaker. Pat Mahomes goes home. So, whenever they get together, it's always a clash of the Titans, right? It's always a big, major matchup. So this one is going to be glorious knowing everything that's on the line. It's a lot of legacy on the line. And it's a lot of, like, generation next on the line, generation now on the line. Like, it's going to get ridiculous, man. It's going to get crazy if we keep it at 100. In the spirit of honesty, I got to be honest, right? I got 3 football rules. Never bet against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Never bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs. And never bet against Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau. And obviously, I ran into a dilemma this past weekend, right? Where we had Rodgers at Lambeau, but we had Brady in the playoffs. And I got to keep it real. I was the wrong side of that. I chose wrong. But look, that's beside the point. Now I have another dilemma. You have Brady in the playoffs, and you have Mahomes in the playoffs. And I truly believe nobody can beat these dudes in the playoffs. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, right? Last year, coming back from a 24-0 deficit against the Texans to blowing them out. And you had the pass in 2017 against the Falcons. Yeah, I know it's the Falcons. But still, to come back down from 25-3 in the second half to winning that game, I mean, only 2 quarterbacks, in my opinion, could really do that. And that's Patrick Mahomes and that's Tom Brady. So now we're going to go ahead and they're going to have to leave it all out there for us. A lot of people will tell me, oh, hey, in a couple of years, this won't matter to Patrick Mahomes' legacy. Because Brady would have retired and Patrick Mahomes would have still been in control of the league. And I'm like, this is a legacy matchup. Why? I mean, look at what just happened this past weekend. All the backlash Aaron Rodgers is getting because he lost. And that's a stain on his legacy now moving forward. Whether we want to admit it or not, he's going to have to carry that on his sleeve. And in the Super Bowl 55 matchup, whoever comes out winner or loser, they're going to have to live with that. They're going to have to hold that L, because when it comes to the legacy debate, when it comes to the GOAT debate that we're going to be having 5-10 years from now, we always want to go back to that game in 2021 and be like, dang, I mean, you were at your peak, Pat, and you had Brady still operating at an elite, at the highest level, and y'all met, and it was for everything on the line. But in the same breath, we got to be honest. Moving forward, it's Patrick Mahomes' league to do whatever he wants with it, whenever he wants, and however he wants. Because he's in full control of this boat. He driving this boat right here, man. So I'm excited as hell about this Super Bowl matchup. This Super Bowl 55 matchup. Because, you know, it's not David versus Goliath. It's Goliath versus Goliath. And this is for everything. And I promise you, I still don't think we understand the gravity of this game and how important this game will be later on when we're talking GOAT versus GOAT conversation. Because this is the game. This is the Super Bowl we're going to go back to make our case. I cannot wait for this matchup, y'all. Like popcorn on the table, feet on the couch. Like, let's go, man. Let's get the ride going. Alright, man. So, look, if you like what we talked about today, you feel me? You enjoyed the video, definitely follow, like, and subscribe to the channel. We are here dropping content every day. We got more fire on the way, so let's keep it going, man. Let's go. Peace.